Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, all about video games. This is a series that I do every month where I talk about all the games I played in the previous month, as well as any pickups I might have had. And look, this is as much an encouragement for myself to play more games as it is actually a reason to talk about the games I played, because months like these will come up and it's like, man, this isn't a wake up call to play more games, I don't know what is, because it's going to be a very short video, as you can probably tell. Last time was a short video. I basically just talked about one game I played, and this will be similar, probably even shorter. All right. So in terms of pickups, I only have one, and that's Super Mario Party Jamboree Nintendo Switch 2 edition plus Jamboree TV. Now, I didn't bring it up here, but I also did get the Nintendo Switch camera. Maybe one of the dumbest purchases I've ever made. You could probably say this as well, but to be fair, yes, I played Super Mario Party Jamboree. I played a good amount of that already, but that was by borrowing my brother's copy. I wanted to have one of my own, so instead of getting the original, I was like, let me just go full on Switch 2 plus Jamboree TV. And you know what? While I'm at it, F it, I'll get the Switch camera and try out some of those games. The Switch camera is such horrible quality, and I mean, look, they weren't even shy about it, so I can't be mad. They showed how horrible the quality was even in the trailer, but just for the gimmick of it, just to see what other shenanigans they throw at us with that, I figured I'd go ahead and get it and maybe have some fun with Jamboree TV. To be honest, I only played one board so far with this with my girlfriend, and very little Jamboree TV. One mode was very stupid. I forget what it was called, but it was very stupid so far. It was the one they showed in the trailer where you come up out the pipe and you got to do this action. Yeah, it's about as exciting as it looks, and it's very awkward how you have to crop everything, at least in my experience. But we also were in a hotel room at the time, so I don't know. It's not the most ideal setup, but you know. From what I've heard online, people are very not fond of the quality and the content that they've gotten with Jamboree TV, and it's hard for me to say so far. I haven't gone through all of it, and yeah, the prices are getting a little high with some of these games, which is why no other games on my pickups this time around. But I will say, Donkey Kong Bonanza, I did not play more after beating it, but I wanted to say technically I did spend a good amount early on in August playing this game as well, finishing it out. Just so happened the last video I made right before I recorded that I had finished, so I kind of had my comprehensive thoughts on it at the time anyway. But yeah, still need more time to sink in. Worth noting, they did have a Nintendo Direct where they announced the DLC for this, so that's something I consider. But honestly, for me, there's post-game content. No need to get the DLC yet. I still have that to get through, so it's one of those things. Once I've finished 100%ing it, then maybe I'll move on to that DLC. And all right, here's the one game that I really made any time in, but not even that much. It's Life is Strange 2. It's 5 stars, 9 out of 10. Say trusted reviews and GameSpot. There's a publisher called Trusted Reviews, or is that just all the trusted reviews give it 5 stars and say it's absolutely stellar? Um, yeah. So I noted before I'm doing a challenge with Alec over at Tarkaron. It's a year-long challenge. You get points for completing specific games from your lists. This is one that was on my list. I've been meaning to get through for some time. This, as well as The Walking Dead: A New Frontier, which I beat earlier this year. I also wanted to get to the final season of Walking Dead, which I started this, and I have not played this for weeks now, which is such a shame. But to be fair, I've been so fixated on movies. I've been loving tearing my way through a ton of movies, and games have actually just taken a back seat for me. It doesn't help my schedule as well, my work schedule. I always get home at I work till midnight, so I don't get home till at least 12:30, and then at that point, uh, I only get a couple hours to myself, and it's like, really, do I want to take up my whole time gaming? I know some people might, but for some reason, it's easier to convince myself to like, let me sit down, watch some videos, maybe watch a movie, because that's like a whole thing accomplished. I watched a whole movie, another one to add to the list. Whereas with a game, it's like you're just scratching a fraction at a time. Or I'd much rather come back from a 9 to 5 type schedule and be like, all right, let's do some gaming while I still have some daylight in me. But all that to be said, all that being said, Life is Strange 2, I've been enjoying quite a bit. I think it's probably the strongest Life is Strange potentially. Obviously, hard to say. I'm still pretty early on in the game, but quality wise, there's definitely a significant jump, especially after playing Life is Strange Before the Storm. It's significantly better than that. Um, in general, I think that the writing is a lot stronger than both the previous Life is Strange games I played. And who knows, if the story can really hook me and have a compelling narrative as well as finish, then I could definitely see this being above the original for me. Because as much as I did enjoy the original, I do have my qualms with it. The writing is very, very corny and cringy at times. Like, go fuck your selfie. You'll never forget that one. But there really hasn't been much of that in here. And there's been some cool gameplay decisions with it. Kind of doing some little twists on the genre. And I like what they did. And I'm excited to play more. I need to get back to it. I don't want to drop this. We have a Gents challenge coming up, which is a gaming challenge we do on our Discord with the gaming community I'm a part of. And it's essentially every couple months we do a challenge to try to knock some games off our backlog. So we put a list of our games. We're partnered up with someone usually, and then we decide each other's games you have to play. Two for a 2-month deadline. So if you beat one, you're a gent. If you beat both, you're supreme gent. If you beat neither, you failed. You're a rascal. And so nowadays I've been on a streak of supreme. So I intend to play 2 more games coming into October and November. So my goal was to beat this before then. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see if I can come back with more games played next time. All right. Thanks for joining me for this little bit of gaming. It's funny, even when I'm not gaming, I could not game for a month, but I'll think like almost every day, every other day about how much I love gaming, or something will inspire me again and again. I'll see something online, I'll watch a video about gaming, all these different things where it's like I'm still got a love for gaming coursing through my veins. I did just pick up a couple more games at a retro game store I went to today for the first time, and so there'll at least be those in the next video. And hopefully, well, let's be honest, next video never mind, I was gonna say the challenge will have started already, so I'll definitely play games, but no, it'll actually be about this month, so the challenge wouldn't have started. So maybe it'll just be Life is Strange 2 again, but hopefully more. All right. Thanks for watching, and subscribe to the channel for more on all things video games. All right.